welcome back to another top 5 battle. For those of you unfamiliar with this series, it is where we both pick a subject and then we go and we create 2 separate lists that we do not share with each other before sharing it with you guys, and we see whose list is better and if we have any crossovers between our lists.
And today we are doing our best Halloween marathon. So we picked 5 movies each that we think would make the perfect Halloween marathon, and so we're going to see whose is better. Starting off with number 5, I want to start my movie marathon off with a classic, and so I chose Ghostbusters.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah, I thought it was a classic. It's a fun movie. My goal was to start with more fun movies, and as the night gets, as it gets later into the night, then you move towards the scary.
Oh, we may have had similar approaches.
So we'll see, but Ghostbusters, everyone knows it's a great movie, hilarious, and lots of fun. Go watch it.
My number 5 pick is following that fun theme, and we are doing The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, what? I've never even seen that movie.
What?
Yeah.
What? Why is this not on our list of you haven't seen? Why did we not do a Halloween version of this?
I didn't know that movie was something that you liked.
Alright, well, we're going to fix that real quick, hopefully within the next week before the end of October. Oh my god.
I know.
Well, it's a great one. It's hilarious. It's, not serious at all. But, it still has a little bit of spooks to it. So, I think it's funny. Eddie Murphy's great. Alright, my number 4 pick is HELLBOY.
Whoa! Come out of left field.
So, this isn't a typically, I guess it's not strictly a Halloween movie, but I think it's pretty Halloween-ish. It's got, monsters and stuff to
yeah,
it.
It counts.
So,
Especially the first one is pretty creepy, especially,
That's
the
true.
beginning parts. They're pretty spooky, so...
I personally approach the Halloween movie marathon as more fun movies as opposed to scary. Typically, scary movies I like to watch one-offs of instead of doing a whole bunch in a row. That's just me.
That makes sense. I think that if you're just dark, super scary movies, especially for 5 movies in a row, you're going to get way too fatigued by the end of it that you're not even being scared by the scary ones anymore.
That's true. You're just going to be immune to it.
So I think you have to have some fun and some scares. That's a good movie. Well, my number 4 is Shaun of the Dead.
I should have known this would have been on your list.
Yeah, this one's just a ton of fun. It's a hilarious movie. And there's some spooks in there as well. It is zombies, so it's just a lot of fun. And keeping with that earlier fun theme, that's what I chose.
And sneak peek, we may or may not be doing something special with that movie later on this year.
Pay attention. My number 3 is where we start to move more into the Halloween-y actual movies. And we start to get a little bit scarier, but we're still staying fun. And that is Scream.
Good choice.
Yeah, I knew one of the Screams had to be on here, and of course the original is just great. And it does have a fair amount of spooks and creepiness, despite its satire and
Especially
fun.
the first one.
Yeah, especially the first one. It's pretty scary. It kind of becomes a lot more satirical in the later installments.
Especially by the latest one.
Yeah, but the first one is pretty spooky all the way through.
My number 3 pick is Ghostbusters 2.
Oh! What are the odds?
I personally like the second one better than the first one. I guess if you're truly doing a movie marathon, maybe you would do the first one. But if you've already seen the first one, might as well do the second one.
I also like Ghostbusters 2 better, but I decided to put the original on because for the movie marathon's sake. But I think 2 is a little bit more fun, plus you have Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, and I just like the villain in that one a lot better than the first one, personally, so I think it's fun. So we are now on to number 2, and mine is Scream.
Oh, this is great.
I had to put it on the list. So we actually had never seen these movies, or I hadn't. Had you seen them?
I'd seen them.
Okay, so I had never seen them until 2-3 years ago. Something like that. I was homesick, and then he got sick for me, and so we ended up being homesick together for almost a week. And so we decided to watch all the Scream movies, and it was a great marathon extravaganza, and I loved all of them, and now I want to watch them every year.
I was very tempted for this list to go Scream 4, 3, 2, 1, and try to find a fifth movie to fit in there.
Aren't there 5 now? Are there only 4?
Are there 5? I have no idea.
I don't remember.
But I almost did it, and I decided not to. My number 2 follows along with Wes Craven, and it is Nightmare on Elm Street. We watched this one last year for Halloween. We haven't watched it this year.
Yeah, I thought it was just okay. I think because I didn't watch this when I was younger, it wasn't quite as spooky to me. However, I do think that it is definitely a harbinger of like Halloween just influence.
And that, I don't necessarily love this movie, but I think it is a good spooky movie.
It's true.
And it's great for Halloween. It's one of the classics, and the physical effects are great in that movie, and I think it sets the stage for horror to come, and so it's a fun watch. So for my number one pick, I decided to go with something that a lot of people might have guessed, and it's actually Halloween.
Oh, okay.
I figured it's perfect for a Halloween marathon. It's a creepy movie, and, you know, it's called Halloween. It's perfect. Yeah.
You have to.
I think it's a great one to end on, and as you get spookier and spookier, that's just a good, creepy Halloween movie.
So my number one pick, we actually recently watched, and that is Cabin in the Woods.
Ah.
I think this is like my all-time favorite Halloween movie, to be honest. I could watch it 4 times a year and be happy.
It is a great movie. It's very entertaining. And as we were talking about it while we watched it, it feels like you catch something new every single time you watch.
It's just an anti-horror film, kind of, but it's also still scary. Like, it's not a straight-up parody. It's a weird combo of parody and also horror. It's great. I love the combo, and we will actually have a review of this movie up very soon. It may be up before this or after this. Either way, we will link it once it is up. So we will have a lot more thoughts on it in that video. So, as we said, this is a top 5 battle, so let us know whose list you agree with most, and if you have a totally different list, please let us know what it is. We want to know. And we want to maybe watch some of the movies that you suggest, so leave that down in the comments.
And if you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like down below and subscribe. We have a ton of Halloween-themed videos coming out for our BS Spooktober, and we'll have a lot more content on the way after that. So click that subscribe button, and if you want to see some more of our videos, you can click them right over there, and we'll see you next time.